Welcome to True Blue Me and You Friendship Bracelet DIY. You will need a pair of scissors, fray check, tape, a little bit of water, various colored embroidery floss, and a button. We are going to start by cutting all of our embroidery floss to the same length. It's better to have the pieces too long rather than too short. We are going to go ahead and fold our embroidery floss in half and tie a knot at the end. I'm going to go ahead and tape my now tied embroidery floss to the table. You don't have to tape it to a table, you can use a clipboard or your pant leg or whatever you'd like, really. I am going to stretch out my strings into the order I want them. So for me, I want my pattern to be pink, yellow, blue. So I'm going to pull my pink strings out first, then my yellow, and then my blue. I am keeping both of each color together because I want thicker bands of each color. If you want your bands to be thinner, you can stretch out your strings in a pink, yellow, blue order, for example. I'm going to use the same figure 4 knot that I used in my Twisty Friendship Bracelet video. If you've never made a friendship bracelet before, I suggest you start with that one. It's a lot easier. So I start with my string that is farthest to the left, and I do 2 figure 4 knots on the string directly next to it. And then I am going to move on to the next string and do 2 knots again. So it's 2 knots for each string going all the way across. Once you get all the way across with your first string, you just go back over to the left, take your string that is farthest to the left, and you start again. And as you keep going down through the bracelet, you'll notice that it's going to start to form a very nice diagonal pattern. I've completed my bracelet, so I'm going to go ahead and tie a knot at the end of it. Now I'm going to tie a button onto the end of my bracelet so it hooks easily. And this is where the water will come in handy because the embroidery floss tends to fray by the time you get to the bottom of the bracelet. So I just smooth it out with the water and it lets me thread it through the button much easier. So I just thread 2 different strands of embroidery floss through my button, and then I wrap those strands around the remaining embroidery floss and around the bottom of the button a few times to secure the button in place. And I just go ahead and tie those. Then I'm going to go ahead and just cut off any extra embroidery floss that I have. And I use some fray check over my knot to keep it from coming undone. This is an optional step though, you don't have to do it. Thanks for watching!